Good luck. Welcome back to week whatever this is of the teaching ladder. And I apologize that now I see my overlay is broken. We will fix that. Bear with us. Yeah, that might be an important overlay feature to correct. I want to be able to use captured pieces. Let's see. Just bear with me 1 second while I fix that. That's not it. Yeah. Sorry, I've got a broken overlay. I've not seen this before. It's actually kind of funny. I don't know how to fix it either. Like, I could switch off all my overlay settings, but that's horrible. Alright, so we'll figure it out. Okay, so am I playing Gota? Okay, that'll do until I can permanently fix this the best way. Or maybe I should take a second here. Okay, that'll do. Sorry for the interruption. Alright, we got things going. That's better. Yeah. So, I'm not fully sure. Well, I had ideas as to how I wanted to play this game. And I've been watching, and I do appreciate how a VTuber streamer has apparently gone more say-so, more in line with YouTube policy, I guess. How does this opening go again? Well, there's not going to be anything subtle about what I'm doing, is there? Um, we'll move the king left, as we do. But yeah, I'm perhaps under the influence of watching strong players play. Not just one, actually. There's multiple. And I don't think they play swinging rook openings. So perhaps out of force of memory or habit, I played a move that I generally don't play here. And we're going to have to figure this one out together. But yeah, I'm also somewhat intimidated by this opposing rook strategy. So we're going to play things this way. Now, this is not committing. This is not a hard commit to the Otoshino attack. Because I could still just bring this silver up to the left. But yeah, I do want to block the fourth file. Preferably not committing my rook to block it. Alright, so they're bringing their king to the left. I don't know if I should have pushed the left edge pawn. I might see a shape that I'm not quite as familiar with. Oh, okay. I might not see it, so no sense worrying about such a thing that didn't happen. Um, I was curious if they were going to play Oniguma. Not saying it's a good idea, but just I was curious if they'd do it. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure where my bishop goes in this shape. If this gold moves right, then I think we bring the bishop out to the left. But yeah, of course that doesn't happen. So I think this is sensible here. One potential challenge is like, what if they play reclining silver? Oh, well, that's not happening. One fewer thing for me to worry about. Oh. Now the thing to worry about is like, why is it not happening? Because it looked interesting. Hmm. Now I'm still predicting reclining silver and pawn 4-5, or rather 6-5. Okay, I predicted incorrectly again. It's their move. I wonder what they're up to. Also, I should move my mic so it's closer to my face. Hmm. Let's get my water. Hmm. I don't see their plan. This is a beautiful shape. This is rather unlike some previous um, ladder games we've had. Oh, and I forgot to give my intro explaining with the ladder. We play a higher rated opponent and a lower rated opponent and get to review the games afterward. And that's the design of the ladder. Hmm. Perplexing. So typically, in our previous encounters, um, gosttone would launch this enormous attack straight out of the opening. And it came down to who could calculate more accurately or read more accurately. We've taken a much more subdued tone this game. Mm-hmm. And I still think it's interesting. It's just surprising. It's quite unlike our other encounters. If I'd moved up the knight, I guess I could have threatened knight takes. But then if pawns exchange, I'm losing a knight. Here, I'm delaying exchanging material because my castle looks weird. And I don't see my opponent's attack. So I'm playing a more peaceful game. At least until I think there's opportunity for me to gain some advantage out of making things complicated. But this looks pretty even. Yeah, I don't want to move this knight just yet. And I don't want to open up this hole in case the rook does promote. So I've got a lot of competing objectives here. And my opponent knows I want to promote over here, so they're deliberately keeping Mino Castle instead of expanding it into some higher castle. The problem is, what do they do with this extra time I've given them? Like, they could expand the castle, but that might not be appropriate. I think I understand the reason why this Senta box appeared on the right. I had been working on overlay, made a number of overlay changes to accommodate my 1080p display. I forgot to greet my opponent. My apologies. Yeah, I'm slowly getting back in the habit of things. Maybe that winter time is a good time to build good habits again. But yeah, in addition to changing the size of my greet button to make it easier to use, yeah, I've increased the font size. And I had moved this we can see that the go to box is slightly close to the move list. And I need to fix that. So, like, this is equally spaced as is the player info on the left. The problem is, send to info and go to info are not identifiable by CSS classes. They only have IDs on them. And half the time you're playing Senta and half the time you're playing Gota. So, like, half the time my overlay's just not going to work. So I have to fix it. Okay, so this is what they do with the extra tempo. That actually looks really straightforward. So they're concerned about what they might have missed, I suppose. But I don't think they missed anything. If I move the silver, they move the bishop. Oh, if I move my silver up, this is loose. I don't see what else I do here. So I'll play my move that stops bishop 4-6. But also, yeah, as pawn reflection. Wait. Pawn reflection, I should just not try to adjust the position of that field. But yeah, there's something slightly off in the overlay. And it's not something I can easily fix. So I should just accept it for what it is. If I take silver takes, I wonder. Should I move my rook over? Or is it too early? Should I offer a silver exchange and then I could take here and drop a silver? If I exchange silvers, they can drop a silver somewhere around here. But it doesn't seem detrimental. How are they breaking through? It's one thing if I take, they take, I run, like not much has happened. I don't see their plan. Well, so this is loose until they defend it. So if they do silver takes, I can bring the silver out. I don't win a tempo in any line like I thought I might. Yeah, I thought moving my silver up would be super clever. It's not. It's not terrible, though. Yeah, I'm just really confused what they're up to. So we'll find out the hard way. I suppose this retreats, but then I just win a pawn. If I want it, and I'm not sure I do. This game seems to be very much have been one of chicken, of seeing who comes up with who attacks first. Oh, wait, they could push this. That's interesting. And if I greedily take a pawn, then this silver retreats. And I get pincered. At least in the simplest line. So instead of that, I could take this silver, they could take my silver here, and then I could run forward. That also looks advantageous. Oh, but then they have bishop here. I could push pawn 5-5. They drop a pawn. I drop a silver. Lots of lines here. Yeah, if I try to get fancy, things get messy. Another possibility is like they drop. Oh, there. Well, that answers my questions. Now I know where they're dropping it. Um, I know not why. Oh, now I know. That's pretty cool. Um, yeah, tactics do support this move. Hmm. Rook was a problem anyway. But that. Hmm. All right, this looks interesting. I'm not guaranteeing it works, but it does look fun. So hypothetically, oh, well, less hypothetically, yeah, they move that. I take here. I'm attacking a bishop. I take back. And now I take the silver. Hmm, there's a fork. That is certainly a fork. Hmm, interesting. So I've given up a knight, in essence, for this. Um, because they sacrificed a piece, or they sacrificed an exchange, and then we ended up here. And bishop 4/6 is still not available, or still unreasonable, rather. It's available, but I wouldn't play it. Decision making is hard. Oh, interesting. Well, no, that's not good enough. I'm confused.
$30秒。40秒。 これより秒読みに入ります。30秒。40秒。30秒。40秒。
Well, if their dragon takes, then suddenly bishop 4-6 doesn't mean anything anymore.
30秒。40秒。50秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。30秒。40秒。30秒。30秒。40秒。50秒。1、2、3、4、 30秒、30秒、40秒、50秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、30秒、40秒、
I forgot about something. Something important.
50秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oops. Well then.
30秒、40秒、50秒、1、2、3、
This is a disaster. We'll get through it, but what a mess.
30秒、30秒、 30秒、
I can't believe the scold move happened. That looked super aggressive.
30秒、
I guess they're optimistic about their chances here.
40秒、30秒、30秒、
Perhaps this retreat wasn't on their radar.
30秒、40秒、30秒、40秒、50秒、1、 30秒、40秒、50秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、
Hmm, that's stronger than I thought.
30秒、40秒、50秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、30秒、40秒、50秒、1、2、30秒、40秒、50秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、
It's probably wrong. It's hard to find good moves.
30秒、40秒、 30秒、40秒、50秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Do I not have an escape?
30秒、30秒、
Hmm. Oh. Oh, wow. All right. Well, I was busted a long time ago, but yeah, I think that seals the deal. Thanks for the game. Whew, boy, that was intense. Yeah. All right. So, how shall we? Let's see. Oh, right. So, some after the game, we get to review it together, and generally, the player who lost the game is the one who starts off the review. So, I guess that's where we'll start. Um. Hmm. Yes, this is fascinating opening. I don't really. We always get something new. I appreciate that we do that. Hmm. Yeah. Um. So I don't know. I have yet to. I have a lot to learn about this. Oh, hey, hello. Yeah, I think it would be best for viewers if I were able to. Uh, cool. Yeah, if I could use the large board and we could chat here. I think that works out well. Um, I know there's a slight stream delay, but we'll bear with it. Yeah, when I opened the game at first, I had a brief self-inflicted overlay concern where your player name was appearing on top of my piece stand due to something I had misconfigured. So I apologize. I was a bit distracted. I forgot to greet properly and so forth, and sorry about that. And it probably looked like I navigated away a couple times as I was fixing that. It didn't take long to fix, but Um, yeah, this system, I've seen people on YouTube playing this sort of, well, I guess it was Shogi Dad among others, playing this Urashino attack. And I got drawn toward playing it. It looks kind of interesting. I'm not an expert in it. Um, and I'm sure I have a lot to learn. Um, yeah, I know it's been a while since I've done the weekly ladder reviews. But if I remember correctly, generally the player that, um, yeah, I think that's, yeah. Is that the name of the Urashino attack strategy? Or I'm not sure what. Oh, Urashino Rio. You mean like the strongest Urashino player? Sure, why not? That could be fun. We've had so many encounters where I play swinging rook openings, and I was not prepared to go into that kind of system today. So today I tried to play the Urashino attack, but also just kind of played the rook pawn forward out of habit. And anyway, but yeah, if I remember right, the way these game reviews work. Generally, the player that lost the game has questions, and boy, I have questions, but I don't know what they are, and that's not helpful. And I need to do better. Um, Now this is cool. This center pawn move had me wondering, like, obviously the head of my silver here is a contention point. Um, so I forgot until too late that you're threatening to push this and it gets messy. But then, yeah, obviously you're also threatening to reroute the bishop to hit my rook. And somehow, I mean, I guess I should just go on with building my castle normally, like play something like this and figure out my plan later. I don't know. I've got to learn the system better. But I think we both struggled with this opening a bit, if I'm not mistaken. Some people book up on how to beat this thing, um, but we just played some pretty normal moves. This edge pawn push, I just didn't foresee the danger here. Yeah, and then I played this because I didn't want to give up the 7-1 square. Um, but yeah, I was super confused. Yes, right. Yeah, yeah, you were able to divert your pieces away from my rook, and uh, so I lost the initiative, if any, and then I just got rolled uh, quite solidly. So, um, it doesn't leave me in a great place for game review because it's like just my entire concept was wrong. Like, it's a cool idea, I just didn't attack properly. Um, yeah, playing the silver out all the way out here takes time. And if I just left the silver back, then I would be able to like more flexibly coordinate this attack here. But I guess if I accept that I played my okay, and then this was greedy. I was trying to snatch a pawn, and I forgot that I could get my silver pincered up here and get it trapped and lost. So I was just shuffling about a lot. Um, um, I thought this was cool though, even though like my position's not super great. Um, in some lines, I can actually take the fight. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder. Well, probably not after this silver drop, which is really cool. Um, yes. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I feel so bad with this game review that, like, during the game I read some pretty short combinations, but just, like, I got rolled so badly here. Yeah, so I could maybe take this. Um, Maybe this is fine. Maybe this bishop move doesn't isn't as menacing as I imagined. I've been this morning I played some Shogi Wars games and was on the receiving. Well, and it's not even today, but yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, this is a cool idea too. Um, Somehow I make this look difficult, and other people make it look easy, and I just don't know. I think we're not experts in this, and so it's kind of my fault for playing this opening in a ladder game. Right. And then this has to retreat, and yeah, I'd prefer not to give up the lance, so it's that retreat. Hmm. And like, there's not an easy way to slow or stop this attack. I mean, yeah, it's a triple attack even without the rook participating. And even if the rook join, or if I cut out the rook, it's still like my silver's out there doing nothing. I've missed the boat here. Um, but maybe under a different move order here. Like I suggested bishop 4-6. But I'm not sure how I feel about my own suggestion here. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. Like I know I suggested bishop 4-6. It's totally my fault if this doesn't work out, but um, it might work. That's the weird observation here. Yeah, I can't easily attack your rook, um, or anything else here. That's inconvenient. And I don't have three pawns to drop 1, 2, 3. Um, it's kind of a hot mess. Yes, right. Yeah, during the actual game, that was maybe the best thing I did was um, delaying bishop 4-6 as long as I could. And you found a different way to route your pieces and crashed through pretty strongly. Um, but yeah, so I think that would have also. Well, yeah, pawn take or yeah, in some lines I probably can take this. So we were looking at moving the rook over, but then this breaks through. I think I've just mistimed everything. Um, so yeah, trying to stop the bishop from moving is natural. It's a natural human reaction for me to try to stop it. But I don't know, maybe I need to just like sack this here or something. This looks crazy, but I have to do something. Hmm, yeah. Then I can offer this exchange. That gets pinned. Um, Although I can break the pin since my silver's still back here. Breaking the pin doesn't help me much. But I'm also under a lot of pressure. Dear. I guess, yeah, maybe I do just. Well, what am I doing now? That's kind of weird. Why would I do this? Hmm. It's like I don't want to trade the pieces. Yeah, I think I can and I should. Because failing to exchange pieces just puts me further in a hole. Um, right, I take the file before you can. And yeah, I'm surviving, at least. Maybe better. I don't know. This is way more comfortable than that other position. Right. Yeah, I'm kind of stunned. How is it that something didn't go right for Senta here? Because this is a great position. This is a good position for Gota. Maybe not great, but it's a good one. So, um, yeah, maybe something. Well, yeah, dodging that doesn't really change the issue. Oh, no, there's actually no way to. Wait. Yeah, why didn't I play this? I was too greedy? I guess. Yeah, this seems like a really big miss on my part. Oh, man. Wait. This is a huge miss if I'm right. Well, I guess you could take. Yeah. I guess you're still fine in lines like this, and you're still threatening to, like, stop my rook from invading. Um, no, yeah, your silver advance was risky because it allows me a clear path through. Or yeah, you could even drop it on, like you said, 8-5. Yeah, so it's risky. Um, I think you're still better. Although here I have some chances instead of no chances, so I should have done this. Um, yeah, so that would explain why I'm so confused about this position. It's like you're attacking down this file, but the rook's not here. You did find a way to attack down this file instead because I just didn't defend at all. And my counterattack was nowhere near fast enough. Um, so I just don't know what else to say about this game. Like, other than to compliment your attack, which worked quite well. I feel kind of bad, because, like, the whole point is the player who didn't win is supposed to ask questions, but, I mean, all I can think to do here is just hand over the hat and try to figure out, like, I don't even know what's worth looking at. Um, yeah. Yeah, yeah. If I play the system more, and part of, like, playing a weekly ladder or in other games is that I get exposure to more and more positions. So, yeah, I can have a takeaway lesson that, um, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's also worth noting. I was super confident in my attack, and probably shouldn't have been. Because, yeah, you had a bishop and two rooks attacking my position. And I thought I was fine, because I was certain my attack was going to win. Um, and that's just not how that worked out. Hmm. Yeah, I debated taking the knight, but it didn't look that interesting. This looked better. Hmm. Oh, right. When I moved the bishop out, I forgot you had lance drop. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I I forgot. Yeah, I could just try to pry open the edge file. Oh, another proof that I need to practice more checkmates. Not saying I'm going to mate for certain here, but like I've got something. Um, yeah, that's a cool idea. Yeah. So I guess there are some opening ideas and some endgame attacking ideas that I just did not think about correctly. Um, hmm. Yeah. I guess I can note that like I've been stalling joining the teaching ladder and trying to rank back up to two Dan, just on account of not thinking I'm ready for it. I'm still not ready for it, but at least I can learn from each game. Someday I'll get back there, but you have to relearn my openings and practice my endgames more. Um, is there any other positions that interest you in this game? Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about how you evaluate this, but um, yeah, I was just super confused. I thought I was doing excellently, and then suddenly I wasn't. Hmm, cool. Yeah, I feel like a lot of our earlier encounters, we'd play some incredibly sharp openings, and as a result, it yeah, it was just a race to see who would checkmate the other player faster each time. We kept coming up with sharper and sharper variations. Um, this game, we both played a bit more patiently. Oh, until I sacrifice my dragon, this is even. Yeah, I mean, this is an engine opinion, and objectively, an engine is accurate, but it's going to be difficult for me. It's difficult for both of us, but especially for me because I just haven't practiced enough. Yeah, like you were pointing out, the silver drop, um, forcing the king to the edge, and then I could move the bishop away or something and then come up with some attacking ideas. It's complicated, but one of us has practiced endgames more than the other, I think. So, um, yeah, I need to practice those more. Yeah, also, I shouldn't have walked into this. Just as a practical matter. Like, yeah, this bishop advance was super sharp, but I forgot you had the lance drop, then the skewer is kind of challenging for me to meet. Um, so even if this bishop advance is the best move, I was just not ready. I guess another thing I could remark on was just my time consumption. In the past, I've been more consistent about using at least 50 seconds per move when I'm in Byoyomi. And I was a bit jittery this time around. I moved faster. And I think that didn't help me either. Um, it's still a fun game, though. Right. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. That, like, if I'm not ready to play Silver 3-9, then what am I doing moving this bishop forward? So, alternatively, I need to either get better at endgames so I can figure out moves like those after Silver 3-9, or be a little bit more cautious about my moves and not fall prey to this kind of skewer that makes it super hard for me to find the accurate moves. Like, if I pay a little bit more attention to what my opponent's threatening, then maybe I don't walk headfirst into a door. Um, yeah. Bishop 5-3. Like, surely you take the gold? I'm not getting mated instantly, but this doesn't look pleasant. Like, I think you have the better side of this. Yeah, so I don't take the lance, but, like, what do I do? Do I do something here? Yeah. Like, it'd be wonderful if I could force the king to the edge and then attack it, but that would require understanding this game a bit better than I understand it. Um, Meanwhile, your attack looks a little bit more straightforward, although there's still some challenges. It's not trivial. Um, hmm. But yeah, if I have time to figure this out, what do I do? Um, hmm. Man, if I had extra tempi, I'd be pushing some more pawns. I just don't have the tempi to do it. Yeah, my dragon takes lance sacrifice was I assume that's what you're talking about. Like, I cannot figure out the complexity after the silver drop, so I just did the sacrifice. But like you said, it's not good enough. Despite like presumably scaring the daylights out of my opponent, it's just not good enough. Um, hmm. Yeah, I guess it's nice that on 81 Dojo there is a guide, and that guide recommends that to improve at the game, yes, you will want to study endgames at some point, but 81 Dojo recommends proceeding from the opening through the middle game to the end game instead of focusing the entire game review on the end game. But we did go through the opening, we did go through the middle game. We're approaching the end game here. So we did follow it in sequence, but yeah, this is just difficult. Well, I'll be glad to keep rambling here and keep us entertained. Oh, another on move 80. That I did not anticipate. Uh, so here on 80, I played promoted bishop 4-4. Oh. Yeah, I assume like it's again silver 3-9, right? Everything's gonna circle back to that move. but it's not easy. Ah, cool. Yeah, I assume it revolves around this. And I presume King 1-8. Uh, okay. And then maybe knight out here. Then we hit the silver. I could be completely mistaken about this. Oh, yeah, I'm wrong. Yay. I'm so good at endgames. Um, so I messed up. Oops. Huh. Wait. Sent to, or rather, go to here doesn't have the pieces to attack with. So maybe this is another opportunity to attack like this again? Oh. Defend. Okay. Interesting. I'm not sure I could defend this accurately either, for what it's worth. I mean, that looks spooky. Hmm. So we're saying this doesn't mate, even after all this. And then, like, we drop this out here somewhere. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. We could take this with check. And we take that. Yeah. But there's probably other lines here too. It's probably not so simple. I I don't know what's going on. Like I assume go to drop something on 5-1, but if we drop something on 5-1, then I'm suddenly not winning a gold general anymore. Oh, okay, this is simpler. Okay, yeah. Um, but yeah, the moral, as fascinating as this is, um, studying one's own endgames, while it can be inspiring, is probably not a good source for learning. I don't think, even if we solve this, I don't know, we'll have a fun time solving it, but I don't know what we'll learn from it. This is just a confusing endgame. There are a lot of confusing endgames. It's a really fun, confusing endgame, but um, yeah, what a mess. Hmm. Wait. Huh. Surely this is still an idea. Yeah, right. And I assume you're consulting an engine to help find the moves here. Or I don't know, maybe not. Um, yeah, right. That's what I just spotted here. So, and even whether you are or whether you aren't, um, like Even so, only an engine's going to succeed in figuring this stuff out. It's fun to explore it, try to figure it out, but we are going to struggle here. Um, yeah, some moves. Not all, but some. Uh, and I am officially super confused, which comes as a surprise to nobody. Hmm. Man, this is confusing. Yes, I agree. Yep, yep. Well, another fun bit. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll Goats is able to throw this in too, just for extra fun. Or sorry, Senta can throw that in. But yeah, this it's a hot mess. Were there other positions this game you want to look at? Because this one looks impossible to figure out. Yeah. No, I'm the same. Yeah, I'm glad to wrap up here if you are. Um, yeah, nicely played. And welcome back me to the world of playing these sorts of games, these teaching ladder games. Um, yeah, hopefully I can play more pragmatically in the future. Yeah, thanks for the game. And yeah, we'll see if I can read better, play openings better, and maybe practice some end games like I keep saying I should. I've got a lot of interests, and shogi is one of them. Um, Also playing Riichi Mahjong some, and playing chess some, and doing Advent of Code, and doing half dozen other things. So it might be a while before I actually get to practicing, but Play Shogi offers great tools, and it would behoove myself to avail myself of these tools, and that way maybe I could get back to two dans someday.